Hello, my friends. I'm going to tell you something today that I bet nobody else has ever told you. And look, I'm going to admit it right now. In the future, I'll probably make a video, not where I contradict myself, but we kind of get into the nitty gritty a bit more. We kind of get into the specifics of going to the gym and the fitness palace of love and bodybuilding and weightlifting and whatever else it may be. But I was watching a bunch of YouTube content this morning, as we do. Hell, we're on YouTube right now. And there is so much good stuff out there. Don't do this, make sure you do this. This is no good for you. You shouldn't be doing that exercise. I kind of had this out-of-body experience where I was like, you know what nobody ever says, especially if you're just starting, going to lift weights? Do what you want, right? Do what you want. I'm not talking about health and safety. You got to protect yourself first and foremost. If you're going in there and hurling weights around and putting your body under undue stress, that's ridiculous, okay? We did a video about it recently. People die in the damn gym. I don't want you to be another statistic. But I think the one thing that we have to do, unless we're getting into the sort of super advanced lifting realm, where you're struggling to put on muscle, or you're struggling to lose fat, or you're struggling to lose weight. So basically, you know what you're doing, but you just need that extra push to go in a different direction, or you need some extra information. You go, oh man, what was I doing that for? Screw it. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Go today and train the things that you want to train. Keep the basics in the back of your head. Of course, if you did biceps yesterday, don't do biceps again today. Your body does need to rest. That's when you recover. But I just think this isn't tying into anything. So if someone's done a video like this, it's not a shot at them. I'm just picking a random exercise and doing it. But if somebody tells you, oh, you shouldn't do lat pull downs, you should, by the way. They're an amazing back exercise. But you shouldn't do lat pull downs, and they've gone through a very, very strategic and scientific breakdown of how it actually affects your body and how you should be doing this. But you like doing them, go and do them. The same with rep ranges. If you want to do 6 to 8 rep ranges, do that. If you want to do 12 to 14, do that. If you want to do 20 and massively focus on time and attention and range of motion and form, do that. Seriously. Now, of course, if you want to get the most out of your workouts, you need to be lifting heavy, and you need ROM, and you need time and attention. You need all of these things. They all come together. You need to have a good diet. You need to be resting. You need to be brushing your teeth so that your breath doesn't smell. What's happened with fitness is you can get down to such a minutia of like information, I suppose, that people are losing their minds. And I think the number one thing that everyone needs to remember, which is why I'm doing this quick video on a Friday, is that the most important thing is that you're enjoying yourself and that you want to go, and that when you leave, you feel like you've achieved. You feel like you've broken your muscle downs, and you feel like you're on the right path. Because you could go in there today and you could follow the book written by, who knows, Arnold Schwarzenegger or Dorian Yates or Jay Cutler or Ronnie Coleman, whoever the hell else is writing material that you could learn from, and you're not going to argue with those guys. But if you come out feeling crap and you come out like you didn't have a good time and you're a sad panda, then you're probably not going to go back tomorrow, and you're not going to try and shift your diet around so it's enabling and benefiting what you're doing in the fitness palace of love, and then you're not going to get anywhere. That doesn't mean you can't go in there and make a mistake. It doesn't mean you can't go in there and have the greatest session ever. But what it does mean is you're just planting those seeds, and you're planting that dangling carrot in order for you to go back. And that's just what I want to drill into your head today. The fact you've gone there to begin with is enough. No need to slam the table. But we did it anyway. And if you're in there, you make a mistake, well, just be honest with yourself. Make sure you're self-aware with yourself. Don't be an all arrogant Al or anything like that. And just admit, okay, I made a mistake there. I shouldn't have done it. What can I do next time in order to benefit this? And of course, if you're really looking for muscle synthesis, can't say that word, and you're really looking to increase your size or whatever, there are going to be some exercises you may not want to do. But again, I'm not talking about that. I'm going to be doing lunges later, and I promise you, when I be doing them, I'll be like, I don't want to be here. I want to be at home putting a bit of cheese in my mouth. But again, when I look at my legs, strange thing to say, and I can see them developing the right way, I'm like, okay, well, that's where I get my positivity from in order to make sure I keep doing them. But I have too many people messaging me saying, Simon, I don't like doing this, but I feel like I should do it. Get back to that later. That's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about motivation. Because if you don't have any motivation, even if you go to the gym on a random Tuesday, you ain't going on Wednesday, you ain't going on Thursday, you ain't going on Friday. And what you'll do mentally is you'll just tell yourself, well, I went on that Tuesday, so now I don't need to go. Yes, you do. Make sure you do this with your diet as well. If you want to have a random non-planned meal in there, then just do it. Don't drive yourself crazy. Because eventually you're just doing this. And after a while, if you don't start getting out of the way, then you're your own worst enemy. And eventually you're going to have a big bruise on your head, and everyone's going to look at you and go, ha ha, there's Bruisey Boy. Nobody wants to be Bruisey Boy. It's no fun. So I know this is a really weird video. It's just me shutting down a camera lens at you. But again, it's a crazy day with some stuff that has come up that I can't talk about, but I will talk about very soon. No need for me to say that, like a Facebook post. You see all these videos, and I'm like, man, sometimes I think we just need to remember what we're doing this for. And ultimately, time is probably the most worthwhile asset we have, especially because we're on the clock. I don't want to get too morbid. So don't waste it. And if you're going to the gym or you're doing any kind of exercise and you kind of feel like, man, this is just making me feel like poop, reverse the poop, man. Start feeling like we. That's the stupidest thing I've ever said. You know what I'm talking about. Make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, of course, but make sure you're doing it to put a smile on your face, smile in your heart, and a smile in your tum-tum. I don't think it gets said enough. I don't think it does. I think we are far too desperate to try and paint it as a struggle. Oh my gosh, going to the gym is so hard, it's a struggle. Because then I guess you can wear it like an affectation. Well, it is a struggle, but I did it anyway. And it's just not true. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't mean there's not hardships to it, but that's the same with anything. Like if you wanted to classify my job, I suppose you could call me a YouTuber. What an amazing job. Never going to take that for granted. Super, super blessed to be able to do this. But there's still stuff that sucks within it. And it's the same with going to the gym, but it doesn't mean that the headline can't be go in there and entertain yourself. Not in a weird, creepy way. Don't do that. You'll be kicked out, and that should be the way. So there you go. That's the number one thing I think everybody should be told before they start training. You don't like something, stop doing it. And I promise you what will happen is you will start seeing progress, you will start evolving, you will start getting bigger, or you'll see your abs, and then all of a sudden you want to bring these things anyway, because again, that's when you'll get your joy from. You want more abs, you want more biceps, you want more trapezius, before you realize, actually, I'm never going to have the body I want, because as soon as you pick up a weight, you're going down the worst path ever. So, quick hit for a Friday. Please do all the stuff with the usual video. Like the video, share the video, subscribe, click the video on the screen, patreon.com/Simon316, grillofmine.com/Simon. Use that 10% off. Love those supplements. On Cameo, personalized video messages, social media, Simon316 merchandise. There's links in that description below. Please do give it a click. Please do go watch a bunch of other videos, because then YouTube will be nice to me again. But otherwise, please take this information. Even if you thought, why did this man yell at me for 6 minutes or whatever it is? If it gets through to one person, then I think this video was absolutely worth it. Have a great training session. I'll see you soon.